There are actually many things that a lot of MFDs or RIs can do, and many are actually doing. Let's say if I want to use the vehicle, one-on-one meetings, phone calls, messages through whatever WhatsApp or any other medium. Apart from that, connecting on social media, physical meetings, and within physical meetings, there could be one-to-one or one-to-many. The occasions could be either the portfolio related or the client's life related, life events, or if there's any event on the market, then it could be those kind of events. There could be a union budget related event, or what is happening in Russia or Ukraine right now. There could be an event. Various opportunities that way to engage with the client. Now, which mode you select is also a function of how you want to build your business and what kind of clients that you have. Some clients prefer written communication. Some are very fine with a voice message. And some are fine only with videos. So you customize it that way. I know that's really a new vista which has opened up. On LinkedIn, one can create groups. Even Facebook, one can create groups. Twitter, you can hold the Twitter Spaces, or on Facebook, you can do Facebook Live. So those kind of interactions, the one-to-many, can also shift to social media. But you are in touch with a closed group of your clients. So that's a wonderful way. And of course, then there are a lot of messaging apps or mediums which also can be deployed very effectively. Take, for example, a WhatsApp group. Now, this WhatsApp group can be a fantastic engagement tool if the MFD or RIA can moderate the conversation, properly. Having said that, you got to also take a call whether you want to expose that group to one another or not, because some people feel that you want to maintain confidentiality of clients. In that case, forming groups and allowing interaction may not work well. So what do you do in such cases? Then you shift to something else where you use something like Google Forms to get information, feedback, and you do one-side communication, separately get feedback. So it becomes a batch process rather than a group communication. Opportunities are aplenty. You pick up one or two, build a solid proposition on those, and then experiment with the third. But don't spread yourself too thin right in the beginning. Okay, so now let's break the question down into two parts. One, if you think that outsourcing is not possible, something can be outsourced. Something should not be outsourced. Now, what should not be outsourced is the message that you want to convey. That has to be your message, your language. But somebody else can use your handles and post those messages, read the comments from various people and feed it back to you so that you can respond. So that part of outsourcing can be done. It's more like a secretarial work on the social media. Yes, that can be outsourced. But creation of the message or the replies has to be yours. That's one part of it. However, if you still think that I can't employ somebody, a person or an agency to do that secretarial work, then only pick up one social media platform. Don't again go to 5 or 7 different places, and calendarize your time. So let's say every morning between 8 to 9, I'm on that medium. I'll read all the messages that I want to read, which are there maybe directly to me or general stuff, and I'll communicate whatever I have to. But then for the whole day, I'll do work elsewhere. So you can calendarize it that way, and then that becomes quite productive. How often? So my sense is there are enormous amount of opportunities that an MFD or RIA may have because of the nature of the business. Take, for example, many send that monthly portfolio report to the clients. That's a monthly connect, monthly engagement, right? Now, apart from that, do you also want to spend time on sending some content, now self-written or curated content. So if you read a few articles which are useful according to you, worth sharing to your clients, by all means do that. Do you want to customize those to certain clients? So one client may be interested in X and the other may be interested in Y. Do you want to do separate communication? In that case, don't create, curate. Right? So that's under one. The third is the life events in, as far as the client is concerned. For example, if somebody's bought a new house, you always send a congratulation message or maybe sometimes a gift. Birthdays, wedding anniversaries or any major event in life of client. So that's another opportunity. Now, portfolio report is one. But do you also want to do review of the portfolio, review of the client situation? That could be another opportunity. Now, whether you do a monthly frequency, quarterly frequency or annual frequency, you may decide. And then any event, major event that takes place, as we just said, union budget, RBI's monetary policy, any geopolitical event, a market crash or a sudden rise in the market, a particular product launch or a mega IPO. There could be, n number of activities. Now, take for example, a lot of MFDs that I know have prepared notes about LIC's mega IPO and simply shared that note with their clients. When I checked up with a couple of them, that are you selling this? They said, no, we are not selling. But my client is anyway asking this question. I'm sending this note. I said, but you are spending time on an activity where you are not getting any business. Said, yes, not directly, but I am strengthening my relationship. Right? Trust. I mean, building that trust. The trust is the foundation of the business. So building that trust also requires that the client sees that you are doing some activity which is in the interest of the client. So that demonstration strengthens that trust. So these are like various opportunities that one can use. The moment you look at these things, and in the presentation I have shared, I'd put some 48 touch points in a year per client. Okay. Is it too much? 48 is 4 times a month, or it is as good as once a week. Is it too much? No, so long as the client sees utility in it, you're doing an honest communication. The communication is short and crisp, right? It also captures the seriousness, but at the same time, the language is quite light. It's not, a heavy language. Then I think the communication is acceptable, and a lot of times clients look forward to that communication. That's how I would say. I mean, is it too much? No. So around 48 or 50 interaction points in a year, good idea.